Welcome to the podcast, Truck Hauling Talks. I'm John Jackson. The goal of this podcast is to bring you thoughtful discussions, interesting points of views, insights, and valuable information that you can apply to your trucking operation. The podcast is dedicated to exploring the most pressing transportation challenges from development and start to implementation. Truck Hauling Talks believes that transportation is an essential part of our daily lives and is passionate about finding ways to make it more sustainable, efficient, and profitable for drivers and small businesses. Thank you for listening to Truck Hauling Talks. Now here's this week's podcast. All right, here we go. Another week. You got your volume up? You good?
Double check. Yeah, it's up.
Okay, good. Yeah, that's a good sound right there. All right, we're ready to go. So this is a vast subject. What else should we know about the IRP?
If you asked me about the IFTA as well. So yes. The IRP and the IFTA, they're separate.
Right.
But they still connect. They connect. They help. Both of them are very important to the other. So in the event you have IFTA issues, any IFTA issues, violations, not filing your quarterly IFTA taxes, this will definitely impact your IRP.
Oh, okay.
Definitely, it will impact that. So the two, they kind of play off of each other.
Get a twofer. You mess up on the IFTA, they're going to get you on the IRP then.
Correct. And one other thing I want to add to pertaining to, stops or issues, if you do not take care of your personal property tax or 2290, your schedule, 2290, any DOT matters, this will also impact your IRP. So you got to be careful.
Wow.
You got to be careful. When you go up to renew, and you may not be aware, DMV, when they're trying to renew that IRP, they will advise you, hey, there's a stop on your record, or there are stops on your record. So just be on the lookout, if you are a truck or you're an owner-operator. Liquidated damages and, 2290s that's not filed, unfiled quarterly IFTA taxes, and I can go on and on. Those are some things you want to pay attention to, because if not, you will be surprised when it's time to renew your IRP.
Okay. I want you to go on and on about that a little bit because we get caught up out here. When you're driving and you're ready to start paying your taxes or something else and you got stops on your registration process, what else could impact the ability to pay the renewal or get your IRP or IFTA?
So mainly it's going to be two areas. You got the DOT side and you got DMV side. Okay. So let me just advise that the DMV, when it comes to motor carrier compliance, they do tap into the DOT system, and DOT can tap into DMV system, okay. When it comes to these type of issues. Okay. So you want to make sure you're good on the DOT side. For example, if your insurance has a cancellation, that's going to be a major red flag. Okay. So when the DMV is trying to process your IRP and they see that you have issues with your insurance with DOT, maybe you had a lapse or maybe you had new coverage and you did not report it in time or submit it in time to DOT and DMV hasn't gotten it yet, that's going to be a holdup. Okay. Maybe you haven't updated your MCS 150 through DOT, your biennial update, that's going to be a problem. Your UCR, okay, your schedule 1 to 2290. These are some things that's on the DOT side. And if you haven't taken care of those things, they will come up when it's time for your IRP processing. Now, on the DMV side, you can be looking at unfiled or unpaid quarterly IFTA taxes, personal property tax. And let me just share this. With that tractor, most of you who have the tractors, if you're in a state that has personal property tax, you want to pay close attention to that. You really want to pay attention. And if you don't pay that, that can impact that tractor if you owe personal property for that tractor. Okay. And other stops you may have with DOT or DMV, liquidated damages, administrative stops with DMV, toll stops, these issues will also affect your IRP status.
Yeah, that's a lot of good information that you just shared with us. Wow. Did not know that that could impact a carrier that heavily.
Yeah. And, a lot of people don't know. A lot of people don't know. They don't give thought to it unless they're in that situation. Then it's, like, oh, I didn't know that.
Yeah.
So,
yeah. I can see the surprise on their face. I can just imagine it, the surprise on their face when they go to pay or try to do something and that pops up on the screen.
Yeah.
So if it does pop up, someone has issues and stops on their record, how can it be fixed? How can you help them fix those situations?
So let me just be clear.
Okay.
I do not go through the hoops and hurdles of satisfying, the stops per se or whatever.
Uh-huh.
I can only give our clients a glimpse of what they need to do.
Okay.
See, because I understand DMV's language and DOT's language, I can pretty much guide you.
Okay.
But it's going to be your responsibility to, do that leg work. Mm-hmm. It's certain codes that I understand when it comes to DMV and DOT. So if there's a personal property tax stop or toll, liquidated damages and things of this nature, I can tell you what you need to do.
Okay.
But it's going to be up to that driver or carrier to go through the process. Now, let me also share this. Sometimes it can get a little crazy and confusing because you can have multiple stops on your record at one time. That is possible.
Okay.
And when that happens, it becomes very, very challenging. And so it's just something to look out for.
Okay. Is there a certain order? Like, let's say they have multiple, like you were saying.
Yeah, they can have multiple stops. There is no order when it comes to stops that's on your record.
Okay.
Stops can, I tell people this all the time, stops can appear on your record at any time, any notice, any time at all. Now, normally what happens, DMV, they will send you a notice. Depending on your state, they'll send you a notice or email you, sometimes even call you maybe, as a courtesy to say, hey, you need to satisfy this monetary matter or whatever it is you need to do, or you need to file whatever you need to file.
Okay.
And they will do that as a courtesy. And if you don't comply, they give you a certain amount of time to comply. And if you don't, that's when that stop, is fulfilled. That's when that stop goes into place on your record.
Okay. So I take it they either try to contact you through mail or email or
Yes.
maybe even a phone call. They will do that.
Yeah, depending on your state. And normally the most popular way they'll contact you is going to be through the mail. Okay. Normally that's how they reach out to you.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. So drivers, companies, make sure that you update your mailing address too, so that somebody can get in contact with you in case you do have a situation like this, or hopefully you won't have to have a situation like this, or hopefully you won't have to go through anything like this. But just make sure you update your mailing address just in case. You never know. And what are the fines associated? I know they have some delinquent type fines or something that they give you. I know they're not going to just have you clear up some stuff without something, without you paying for it, I should say.
So it really depends on the type of stop.
Uh-huh.
There is, I don't specialize in the stops pertaining to like the local cities, jurisdictions, or even the state. I mainly focus on DOT and DMV.
Okay.
So the city or your locality, if they charge personal property tax, yes, there is a late fee assessed, and sometimes there are penalties. So again, it really depends on your city or your county. It just depends.
Okay.
And when it comes to DMV, when you're talking about, IFTA, for example, if you don't file those IFTA taxes in time, in Virginia, for example, you have a flat $50 late fee.
Okay.
And then that's, in addition to the interest that they charge as well. Okay. For your IRP in Virginia, the late fee is $10, and it really depends on your state. So some states would charge that late fee. Some states may charge a penalty.
Truck Hauling Talks can't make this podcast a success alone. You'll be joining a transportation community who share the same dedication to this important topic. Not only will you hear about the latest videos when you subscribe, but you'll also have the opportunity to engage with Truck Hauling Talks and other subscribers in the comments section. So what are you waiting for? Hit that subscribe button and explore the world of transportation with us. Be safe, driver.